Good afternoon. I'm gonna figure out where's the click. Okay, cool. Cool. Thanks for coming this afternoon to listen to the talk. So my name is Cindy. I'm going to talk the topic of why brands should care about NFTs. So a little bit of myself before the talk. I come from Web2 industry. I was always in e-commerce, digital branding, and worked for companies like Forever 21, IPG Media Brands, and served companies like Estee Lauder, Legos, and Johnson Johnson before I joined into Web3. So I ventured into Web3 full time since 2 years ago. Wow, time flies. But I started with my own NFT project, and then being involved with a few other projects and DAOs. And I also have my own agency called Mintology. So we build basically help Web2 brands coming to Web3. Yeah, so that's me. Let's get into the topic today. So I'm going to try that. Yeah. So as we all know, like in 2022, it's really a tough year for everyone in Web3, right? So the lot of NFT projects actually struggling, to find their revenue model besides, only the secondary market royalty. But we don't see like brands are stopping their exploration and venturing to Web3. In fact, we see a lot of big brands, they're showing us good examples how they can adopt the blockchain technology. But there's a lot of people still come to ask why brand needs NFTs, right? So I think today I'm going to share a bit of my own insights and hopefully can get everyone start to think. Then I'll think this will be good enough. So let's get started. So why NFTs? Why is not Dogecoin? Why the other assets that is capturing brands' attention, right? So let's go back a little bit of how human needs in the sense. So one is that in 50% of the NFTs being sold so far, they are collectibles. That's easy one, right? So because people like to collect things. And then the second one is identity and community. So what do I mean by that? Because people tend to buy things that can represent who they are and how they want to be associated with, right? That's also you can see the Bored Ape example that people spend hundreds of thousands, to get into the club because they want to be associated with this exclusive club. So this is actually what people are wanting in terms of the identity. Then the third thing will be the ownership, right? So we notice that a lot of younger generation, they are more and more into their data ownership. That's why like Web2 brands, Web2 companies, they are also like getting quite stressed. Even like Facebook trying to rename their company into Meta to try to address this kind of question. So I think NFT is really a great example of proof of ownership, and also it really creates it opens up a monetization model for creators. So all these are actually fit into how human react to the assets. So on top of the high level of the human needs, let's take a closer into who are the NFT users, right? So they are actually like for Web3 data, it's a different kind of methodology to collect data, but we were able to pull the data from different various channels. So we can see like up to end of 2022, actually there are 2 million active NFT wallets. I think this number needs to be updated because for Reddit alone, right, the avatar they've dropped actually created 4 million wallets alone. So you can see like brands adoption it. Then the 50% of physical collectors will buy NFTs. So that also explains, why some of the brands are doing better, in terms of NFT sale. So for example, Nike, right? So everyone. There's a lot of collectors, so obviously this actually serves the purpose of this brand. In terms of the age group, with the most interest are the millennials and Gen Zs. That's also one of the main point that a lot of the brands are looking into the space because obviously those are the target audience, right? And then obviously they are tech savvy, and also they have a sense of belonging to the community, and they are less price conscious. Okay. With the commerce evolving from brick and mortar to e-commerce and to social commerce, I know there's a lot of information, right? So please don't worry. You can reach out to me. This is my Twitter handle. I can share the deck with you guys if you are interested. But yeah, let me continue. So I mean, as the commerce evolve, so does the consumer behavior, right? So I think it wouldn't be surprised that the next wave of the commerce will be led by NFT-based commerce. So what do I mean by that, right? We already start to seeing the shift of the mindset of the consumers. They want to be part of what I consume. This is like a trend that we see. And also, it has been demonstrated that some of the native NFT collections, they actually turn into Web3 brands. So in this sense that it essentially the community becomes your shareholder, right? This also creates bottoms-up approach and communication that a lot of the traditional brands need to start to understand. Okay, with that being said, there are some market analytics that you guys can take a look as well. So in 2022, there's lots of brands venturing to the space, while the fashion brands actually leading the wave. But I do see, I mean, in my personal opinion, also, just now the gentlemen already shared that I think hospitality and travel will be the next wave to enter into Web3. There are more details of brand activities in 2022, but I want to highlight two of them. One is the Reddit. I mean, everyone probably know Reddit, right? So they are a social media company, and they, I can see it here, just noticed. But yeah, so Reddit alone actually created 4 million NFT wallets when they first dropped their NFT avatar. But interesting fact is that actually 90% of the wallet only hold this Reddit NFT alone, which is very interesting. Then another case is Starbucks, of course. This is a major company that venturing into Web3 using the technology as their loyalty program, right? So I think everyone's eyes on them. And I think I want to shout out to Polygon, not associated with them, but they have been doing a great job, bringing brands to Web3. So, Starbucks is on Polygon, and also Reddit is on Polygon as well. Yeah, so there's tons of ways, brands can really adopt technology. There's name a few of them, certifying this authentication of the product, or extend the product line to digital, or also creating a new Web3 community, right? So there's a lot of use case, but I guess again, it really have to serve the brand's purpose and to fit in the business model, right? I guess that's the most critical part for the brand to adopt. Yeah, so I want to categorize all the use case that the brand have been exploring so far into 4 pillars, which is authentication, digital, membership, and loyalty program. But of course, we do see there are hybrid in the sense that there's combinations, right? A few examples I want to highlight is also one is NYX. It's a makeup brand from L'Oreal. I think what they've done is they actually created an incubator for the 3D avatar makeup artist. So in the sense that they are encouraging them, empowering the new creators to come up with the next innovation in the metaverse space. And then they create a DAO. They also have token in place. I think this is one of the most sophisticated case that I've seen so far. So the token holder can actually vote for the the incubating projects. I think it's very interesting. And then the next one, major one coming is Amazon. I'm not sure if you guys have read the news, but it's coming, I think, this month or next month. I mean, it's going to be huge, right? Given that Amazon has so many use case. So very looking forward to that. Yeah, having said that, I think, although we are still in the bear market, but I think NFT and NFT commerce is really exciting and it's coming. So some of the things that I want to highlight here is, a lot of new technology and standard has been introduced all along. With account extraction. Just now, I also heard someone mentioning about it. So this is really being introduced like last month in Denver, if I remember correctly. So with this new technology, actually, it will opens up opportunity for the mass user adoption, right? What do I mean by that is actually users don't have to have their seed phrase, or they don't have to understand even what NFT is, but they can actually use their social login and even to retrieve their wallets using social identities. So which is very fascinating. Then on the other side, companies like TYB, Try Your Best, is I think that the founder is also the brand owner of our Outdoor Voices, if I'm not, Outdoor Voices. So they have actually building this product to reshape the relationship between brands and consumers. It's very interesting. You guys can read it out as well. The most exciting part I want to mention is that I'm most exciting about is Web3 identity, which is DID. I think essentially all the on-chain data and everything will be recorded, and it will be your passport and identity in the Web3 world and even metaverse. So I think, but the best thing is this data belongs to you. So how fascinating is that? Yeah. So with that. I'm going to close the talk, and if you guys are interested, please reach out. I'm always very passionate about talking about these things, so let's connect. Thank you.